hear you have a great big round of applause for not only a colleague, she's a friend, she's soon going to be helping myself and Dr. Kevin Corbett to set up a new nursing and midwifery board. Let's hear it for Professor Delores Cahill!
And they were telling us the deaths sadly were 1,700. But we have been writing since May. And now in the last week, the Chief Statistics Office in Ireland has come because we laid the responsibility at their door. And they said the total number of people that died in Ireland of coronavirus in November, December, January 2020, February 2020, and March 2020, guess how many people? Zero! 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 So all of this legislation, this public health emergency that virus has brought in, and Matt Hancock and Priti Patel, who's going to call the police if you have 7 people in your back garden, it's all based on a public health emergency. How can you have a public health emergency if 0 people die? 0. And what I would be saying to you is, Ireland and England, Wales and Scotland, we're all in the same region. So the coronavirus peak is between December and April. If nobody is dying, official statistics, then the legal basis of the public health emergency is not there. End the lockdown. Freedom and truth. Freedom and truth. So what we have to do to end this, all of you are here. So one of the things, the main things you have to do is to imagine a world where politicians actually did what they were supposed to do and make our lives better. You imagine that? Remember the politician that you might have admired? And then in your mind's eye, you have to say, well, we are going to register for elections, and you are going to stand for election, or you're going to build a network of people from your county here today. And we are, or the other thing you can do is with your MP, get 500 people to sign and recall those members of Parliament. Recall Boris Johnson. Recall Matt Hancock. Recall Priti Patel. You have the power to do it. And you don't have to, one message is, don't waste your energy on trying to wake up people, because there's a Native American expression. You can't wake up people that are not asleep. can't wake up people. So that principal knows that it's wrong. The restaurant owner knows it's wrong to track and trace you. The good police here on duty, they know in their hearts and souls what they're doing is wrong. And it's simply not good enough. It is not good enough for a restaurant owner to say it's the guidelines. It's simply not good enough for a teacher to take the temperature of a child, to force them to wear masks because they are psychologically undermining them. Where are the doctors? They're here, but where is everyone else? Where are the doctors, the psychiatrists? So what you can do, you can write a notice of liability, you can write to your members of parliament, you can try and get Boris Johnson recalled, not Hong Kong, Priti Patel, because those people are not working for England, for Wales, for Scotland, for Ireland. They're working for themselves. They are betraying you. They are cowards. What they are doing is treason. They are killing people. They are psychologically damaging children. And I am calling again that if they are instigating the lockdown one day more, they have to debate the good doctors and scientists, and we are supported by people we know like Robert Kennedy, Judy Mikovich, Sherry Tenpenny, Andrew Kaufman, Dr. Stefan Lanka, and someone who I really admire, the lawyer Rico Gelati, who is supporting us. And I got a call from Heiko Schroeder, who's the organizer of the German inquiry and about 3 million people on the streets of Berlin. And we are working together. Heiko is planning a march in Berlin. He wants 10 million people. 10 million people. We are also supporting a group called ISO FIA, Sophia, and together with my group of 12 countries, we now have over 30 countries, including Ireland, the UK, Germany, Argentina, Uruguay, Peru, Mexico, New Zealand, and we are working together to share information. But with Rocco Gelati, with Josefina from Spain, and I hope with Heiko in Germany, we're going to set up an international tribunal, an international court, and we are going to hold people to account. And next week, we are publishing my report of call for a public inquiry. But I am personally going to be holding the Irish Prime Minister, Taoiseach Micheál Martin, to account, and the Health Minister, Seamus Donnelly, because like in the UK and Ireland, they've shut down the hospitals. So that means hundreds of people are not getting cancer diagnosis. People with heart attacks are not going to hospital. The elderly are isolated in the care homes, and they are psychologically damaging the children in the schools, the next generation. So there are 0 deaths in Ireland. We have to hold Micheál Martin to account. You have to hold Boris Johnson to account. We will do it. Support us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this lady walks like no one else. Professor Delores Cahill. The Irish flag. Andrew Wakefield on the screen.
London, it is so good to be with you again. My family motto is nil desperandum, never despair. Despair is a state of inertia, panic, from which irrational and fateful choices come. Despair is a state that our adversaries seek to bring upon us, only to be followed by the promise, the false promise of benevolent control. That is not the people of England. Not the people of the UK or the free world. You do not look to me like people given to despair. We are now faced with the unambiguous fact that this particular coronavirus had its origins at the hands of scientists. It was made by man. Such precarious experimentation has been denounced by many, but they cannot own the data. Coercion to comply or face arrest, fines and exclusion from society. It can be achieved by ignoring safe and effective alternative treatments that have been ignored, sidelined, and fraudulently misrepresented. That has been the case. I've just released a new film, 1986, The Act, that for certain the authorities do not wish you to see. A film about how bad policy concerning unsafe vaccines based on industry fraud can infect the entire world. How it can give the vaccine makers such power, such wealth, that they can own the politicians, they can write policy, they own the media, they own doctors and medical training, they own the medical journals, they own almost everything. But they cannot own the hearts and minds of the public. They do not own your hearts nor your mind. They must not take our freedoms from us. You stand with many, many people worldwide who hold your beliefs. And I stand with you. Go well, my friends, go well.
Dr. Andrew Wakefield! An amazing man who's going to be running for mayor next year. David Kurten! And I want you all to get behind him, because I will be!
Thank you to the most dangerous woman in Britain! Wow, so good to see so many people here being normal! We say no to the new normal! We say no to the tyranny of the government which is trying to take away our freedom! I cannot believe what I've seen here today in London, that the Metropolitan Police, who are supposed to be on the side of the people, have turned against the people. But I'll tell you, if I'm the mayor of London, this will never, ever happen again. London is a beacon of freedom, and you are the people of London, and the people of England, and the people from around the world who have come to this city to say no to the new normal. We will take back our freedom, and we will not allow those who want to take away our freedom and liberty from us. Now, I'm a politician, and I've only been in politics for 4 years. Before then, I was a chemistry teacher. But I want to say, where are the other politicians today? Some of them are pushing this new normal. Some of them do not want this new normal, but they are afraid. They are afraid of being called names by journalists in the mainstream media who act like Rottweilers to keep us all in line and to curtail our free speech. But we say to the journalists in the mainstream media, you are wrong, and you will not take away our freedom, and you will not stop us from speaking the truth. Because the truth is that the science and the maths and the statistics show that this whole made-up coronavirus pandemic is no worse than in a normal flu season. There is no need for a lockdown. There is no need for masks. There is no need for the rule of 6, which doesn't make any sense anyway. Because you are not allowed to go into your garden with 7 or 8 members of your extended family, because COVID's going to get you. But you can go and shoot grouse in the Scottish Highlands and blow birds out in the air with a gun Professor Ferguson's dodgy modelling. And on the very day, the 25th of March, where all the MPs marched through the lobby with Matt Hancock and Michael Gove and Boris Johnson and Priti Patel to pass the Coronavirus Act, he changed his modelling to say that it would only be a tenth of the severity that he had said before. And now we have 6 months of real scientific data which shows that there is no need to carry on destroying businesses and livelihoods and putting out do not resuscitate orders onto the vulnerable elderly in care homes. This is a wickedness which has come upon our lands. And you are the forces of freedom. You are the hope of liberty. And for every one of you who is here, there will be hundreds more in their homes watching who couldn't make it here today. But by coming here, you say we are not afraid. And we will not bow to tyranny. I'm standing to be the Mayor of London in May 2021. And I'm working on giving you all a new party to vote for that will never, ever take away your freedom again. So thank you all for coming, for showing your beautiful faces, the faces that God gave you to show to each other and to smile at each other. Bless you all.
There you have it, David Kurten. Are you going to vote for him to be London Mayor? What a legend!